All right, with Blake off, I had to find another Amazing Race fan in the building, so I found producer Charlie, and so welcome him to the show. For the first time ever, there were 13 teams competing this year, or this season, on Amazing Race, and I'm going to let you lead me through this.
Okay, well, so for this season, we start out in LA.
At the Hollywood sign?
Yes, which I think since, this is only my second season watching personally.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. So I think since COVID, they've always started in the country, outside the U.S. and ended in the U.S.
Yes.
So I think this is the first time in a few years we started in the country
and then flown out.
Yes.
Because they wanted to avoid some of those plane rides.
So we started at the iconic Hollywood sign for this season with 13 teams. Jeff given all the good old things. Now this is the first time since the COVID shutdown that charter flights have been back in play.
Back in play?
Yes, back in play. Because originally they are not, charter flights are
not in play
commercial
because
flights.
They can get on commercial flights.
Yes,
okay,
commercial
that makes
flights.
sense.
Flip those around.
Yeah.
So yeah, since the first time since COVID. So after Jeff says go, right? Yeah, Jeff. I just got a little word.
Phil.
One of the CBS people.
Yeah, Phil.
Phil says go. They go get their first clue, and then that takes them to the Millennium Biltmore Hotel, where they have to do, so one person from each team has to go and cross these high wires.
They always have these events where, the height thing.
Which I don't really like heights, but I kind of feel like it'd be fun to try.
It would be if you could get out of your own head, knowing what you're actually doing.
Right.
And it's safe. I mean,
it's tested. One of the contestants even asked, well, did you guys test this? And they're like, yes. So the teams have to get across here, and then on the other side, there is a word scramble they have to figure out for their next clue.
And that word scramble just is the clue, right? So it said City of Angels. So they're in the City of Angels in the U.S., but it also means City of Angels somewhere else, which I wouldn't have known.
Right, I would never either. Apparently Bangkok, Thailand is also the City of Angels. Yes.
So it took a few of them a while to figure that out.
And so the first 6 teams that got through and got to the airport got the first flights, and then the other teams had to figure out their own flights to Thailand. It was a 14-hour trip. Yeah,
so those first 6 teams had like at least an hour and a half head start on everybody else.
Yeah, and which is really good.
So if you're ahead, then you get more reasons to be ahead even further. Yeah.
And so when they got to Thailand, they got their first clue at Wat Paknam.
I wouldn't be able to pronounce that myself.
I did look up that earlier. And then also the Express Pass is back this season. So with the Express Pass, it's optional, and so one of the sibling teams, the sisters, they went and did it. So the Express Pass, they had to eat fried insects.
Fried exotic
and
insects.
And they each had a whole plate, and they each had to eat it.
Yeah.
Do you think you could have done that, Cami?
Honestly, I think I could have.
You think so?
I think.
One of them was a gigantic tarantula.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, if it's crunchy, it's fried. If you kind of, again, get out of your head and you're not thinking about what it actually is, maybe.
Right. And most teams decide to skip it. One of the other teams did go, and they were like, nope, and turned around and left.
Yep. So that takes us to the boats.
Yeah. So then after they had to go on the tuk-tuks, which are kind of like giant gondolas, except they can hold a lot more people.
Yeah.
I guess they're like river taxis. And that took them to get their next clue for the detour. So with the detour, there's the 2 options. They either had to go get an authentic Thai massage, or they had to learn 30 seconds of a combat routine.
Okay, I would do the combat because I'm just more of a physical kind of person, and I think I would. But this massage sounds great, but this is like a nightmare massage.
They had to make it through 30 minutes of an authentic one, and they're bending you in ways that you would never be bent in a normal massage.
And if you have them stop, then they have to start the time limit all over again.
So with the sword one, they learned with the bamboo shoots, and then they had to actually do it with swords. So one of the teams actually tried it with the swords and said nope and went and did the massage. And then 2 other teams actually went through with it, and one of them struggled. So that takes us to our pit stop, though, which was at a place, the name, I'm not even going to try to pronounce, it's like 5 words. So
Barakiat, Wara, Hon, something, I don't know.
But unfortunately, the last team to make it were the siblings, Alexandra and Sheridan. They were very close with another team based on the editing, because one of the teams got behind and everything.
But I also think a lot of times the editing is there to make us not understand
the suspense.
really fully.
You've got to add the suspense. Now, this is my pick for who I want to win this season,
Okay.
which is Rob and Corey, which is father-son. He's deaf. Corey is a coda because his mom's also deaf.
Okay.
That's my pick for the season.
We'll see how you do, Charlie. I mean, I don't know. These are so hard for me to figure out who's going to do what, and they make it.
It's a good cast this
difficult
season.
Challenges. So you're all caught up, but you can catch The Amazing Race Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. on Color 10 or stream it on Paramount Plus.